48 miles today with 7,500 feet of climbing, 7 climbs including the Old Shoe and Horseshoe Pass. Let's get after it. Right, we're on our first climb. These leaves are not going to help at all. That was a steep start there, over 15%. I'm going to have to get off the bike here. We've got a fallen down tree. There we go. This back wheel is spinning like mad. There we go. Climb 1 done. The legs suitably warmed up now for the rest of the day. We've got 6 more climbs. Right, I'm technically in Wales at the moment. As soon as the start of this climb happens, right at the base is actually right on the England and Wales border. Here we go, back in England now. This climb's slightly longer, it's 3/4 of a mile. Saying the max gradient is 11%, the signs are, but I've just been down it. It's definitely steeper than that, it's about 15. That bend then was steep, about 13-14% then. It's not a bad view, is it, at all? Ah. Look at this river. I enjoyed that climb. I've done more difficult, but just nice and quiet, nice scenery. Yeah, spot on, lovely. Right, the next one is not going to be a doddle. We're going up to Church Hill, which is like 25%. Last time I did it 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? No, it was last year. Last year when I did it, I didn't realise until I got to the bottom of the climb, after getting the train out there from Birmingham, but I had to start a chest infection. So all of the climbs we're doing next I've done before, but with a chest infection. And I got up all of them without having to walk any of it, but throughout the day my foot had to go down, I think it was 10 times, including Church Hill it went down twice. So today is all about getting up these climbs and not having to put my foot down. Right, Church Hill, let's get there, it's not going to be long. Going through the woods here, it really does feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere and there's no one around. Really nice and peaceful. Oh, this is not going to be fun. At least it's not too deep, but I can see. Success. I can see in the distance there's a nice big climb over there we're going to need to do. Go on, one go. Gotta keep an eye on him across that little stream. Oh, bless him. Thank you very much. On our way we go. This isn't as steep as it looked in the distance. Got a few miles of this descent and then we'll be in the base of the valley for Church Hill. You can just tell with how strong that current is, just how much rain there's been. We would not want to get stuck in that. Right, we are at the bottom of Church Hill. Change the batteries and then let's get after it. Here we are, Churchill. 1 mile, average is 11%, max is 25%, twice. This one's gonna sting a lot. Gotta get to the top of that valley up there. Not too bad so far, but yeah, as soon as we go through the trees here, gotta kick up viciously. We're in the 42 now. I remember right, we're over the worst of the first steep stuff. It's 12% in the minute. But I'm trying not to go mad because I know the bend what's about to happen. Save a kick for that. Here it is, it's kicking up again. Get around. Let's go around this church. The Wahoo's just clocked 26%. Still steep here. High teens. Heart rate went into the 180s then. From what I remember, that's the worst of the steep stuff. It just drags to the top. And I stopped last time about here for a breather with my chest infection. It's just hovering around 10-13% at the minute. And with what's already been, that hurts. Under half a mile left now. Get past this next tree and the gradient really starts easing off. Oh, I can see the finish. There we go. Oh, 14 minutes and 5 seconds. Yeah, that's a good change. I agree with everyone who says that Simon Warren has rated that wrong. He's given that a 7 out of 10. It's definitely an 8. Some people say more, but I don't think so. Right, so climb 3 done. We are 20 miles in with 3,080 feet worth of climbing. So very, very punchy. Heading over to Gwynant now, which is rated as more difficult than Churchill. Churchill is rated a 7, even though I still think it's an 8. And Gwernant is rated as an 8 out of 10. So it'll be interesting to see how the two compare. We'll soon find out when we get there. We get to descend it twice as well. Right, less waffling. Let's go descend Gwynant. Right, so here we are, Gwynant. Let's get in the correct gear. The road sign says a max 13%, but that's actually the average. The max is around 20, and this drags. This will just be a war of just grinding. It's going to hurt. It's going to be a slow slog, but we will slowly get there. This bit's steep here, Jesus. This has been the steepest bit so far. This is a proper crawl. Just gotta get to that big left bend and it'll start easing off. It's just slow progress getting there. Doesn't help for whatever reason. My front brake is rubbing like a so-and-so now. Just keep tapping away. We've been going for half a mile and that's taken over 8 minutes. It is slow progress. Last time I stopped twice. It was on that bend. It was the second time. That's the really hard stuff doing. With the fatigue already in the legs, this last half a mile is still gonna hurt. There we go. 17 minutes, 49 seconds. I've done much steeper climbs, but that's just relentless, especially that first half a mile. I think it just about reaches 20%. Like I said, much steeper than that I've done just earlier on. But it just keeps going and going and going and going. It just really saps it out of you. Not as steep as Churchill, but I'd say it's more difficult. Right, a few pictures, and then we're going to head off to the Horseshoe Pass. Before we head to Horseshoe Pass, enjoy the view. Right, I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but my front wheel is making all kinds of noises. Does not sound very healthy at all. That's from my second ascent of Gwynant. Luckily there's a bike shop less than a mile away in Llangollen, which is actually en route. So I've just phoned them up and they said they'll have a look. Right, I found it. Fingers crossed I can get something done. Lots of bikes. Oh yeah, I was just on the phone to you.
Brakes.
Yep. Yeah. It's just success. We've had the front pad has been replaced, so we are good to go and carry on instead of cutting the ride short. The bike was going in for a service tomorrow anyway, so one less thing for the mechanic to do. Nice to have the front wheel not screaming at me now, but it's going shh constantly. I sound more like a puncture that did. Right, here we go. The Horseshoe Pass. Last time I did this, as you know, I had a chest infection, but I didn't actually need to stop on this one because it was a lot more gentle. It still took me 34 minutes to do it. Hoping to be a fair bit faster than that today. There we go, finished in 27:48. I'm very happy with that. You have to always get a picture with the sign on top of the Horseshoe Pass. Also, look out here, and let's have a proper look at a summit view. Make sure I don't get run over first by motorbikes. But look at this. It's not bad, is it? And down there, you can see the old shoe, and that's where we're going next. Right, we're now at the bottom of the old shoe. This is a mile long, average is 12%. Max is out at about 20. So this is going to be a stinger. I think last time I was on this, I was like, my legs, I had it. I think I stopped 3 times. Looking here, it took me 23 minutes almost to do a mile. Stay that side of the fence. Yeah, he ain't getting over that. Legs are hurting, but that's to be expected. 30 miles in, with over 5,000 feet worth of climbing done. So this is just get to the end, tap away. This has been a difficult climb so far. No real let up, it just keeps coming at you. We're all done in 14 minutes and 29 seconds. That was hard work. That was proper survival pedaling. Right, we got one more climb. It's the longest climb, but I think it's the easiest climb. I think it only averages like 2%, maybe 3. World's End, but equally it is the longest at about 5 miles. That's only just past the bottom of the old shoe start, so not that much of a recovery. Another summit view. Here we go, World's End. Fairly steep start, but short bit. Gotta be in the wrong gear. Right, so World's End, 5 miles, averages 3%, has a max gradient of 16%. Goes through the woods to start with, and then when you get out of the woods, open moorlands. It's stunning, especially on a day like today when we got the sunshine. But we gotta go get there first. And I'm a bit concerned about the ford we have to go through. It goes across. With how much rain there's been recently, I can imagine the current's quite strong. This bit's a bit hard, 10% here. Yeah, that's quite strong. I don't want to go over that. Yeah, even just then it wanted to go. How slippy it is. What are all my feet wet? That's probably way too slippy and asking for an accident. Hate wet feet. I ain't got much choice. I have to deal with wet feet. God, I definitely made the right choice not riding it. That was just going the whole time. Oh, I've now got wet feet. God's sake. Hate wet feet. It is what it is. We'll deal with it. Wet feet again. There we go. Faster than last time. It's absolutely stunning. One final summit for you. And just before we get to the train station, we'll be going past the Wrexham racecourse ground. Welcome to Wrexham. Going past the turf as well. Sending back into civilization. Huh. I can't go in this stadium, but you can have a quick nose. There we go. Right, I'm gonna go get my train now. It's been a good ride today. If you've enjoyed today's vlog, don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel grow and support it. So I'd be really grateful if you could do that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Up another climb on 2 wheels.